This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 34. It says, take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with satiety and drunkenness and the cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. Before I proceed, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rahah Kodash, to give me the spirit and strength to do this lesson. And also I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and that teach well through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Wa Shalom, wa Barakim to the elect, beginning with the 144,000, which are scattered abroad and in every place, redeeming the time and ready to be saved. Shalom. Alright, and the title of this lesson will be Beware of distractions. Alright? Because distractions are going to come in manifold fashion, alright? In diverse manners, okay? So we have to, be aware of those distractions, man. Because we at the end of this thing, and Satan, the left hand side, they coming with their best, tactics. Alright? And, those distractions can come in the form of women, things that your hobbies, family, all right? And pretty much it distract you from what? It distract you from being prolific, in this truth, man, in this ministry, and that's the ultimate goal that Satan, the spiritual demon Satan, is trying to achieve, man. All right, to get you distracted enough, all right, so to the point to where you lose focus, all right, and that's why I started off with this scripture right here in the book of Luke 21, the 31st verse, and this is Yahweh Shah speaking, and he said he's speaking to his disciples, which his disciples are back, all right. May I add? It says, he said, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts, which your hearts is your minds, all right? That's why Yahweh Shai, he said, keep thine eyes single, all right? Keep thine eyes single. That's your the eye of your mind, all right? Gotta, stay on point, stay focused, all right? He said, lest at any time your hearts, your minds, be overcharged with satiety and drunkenness. All right, you're not focused. All right, we got to be focused. We got to stay focused. All right, upon the what's at hand, what's at stake. All right, this place is finna go. Everything that we have known, we grew up knowing about. This is finna go. It's finna be a dramatic change, man, of worlds. All right? And that's what we need to stay focused on. We need to stay focused on doing the work, the brotherhood, Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, these scriptures, all right? In other words, spiritual things, man. The hell with this carnal shit, all right? And yeah, we in the flesh, so sometimes Jake get a little, sidetracked. But that's why it's good to pray and constantly watching videos, brothers upload and doing videos, studying, all right, so we can stay focused, man. Could be constantly reminded of reality. That's what happens when you're immersed in the scriptures, all right, and these spiritual things. It constantly reminds you, all right? You're constantly reminded of reality, man. Because before we came to the truth, we was in a matrix, man. We was still plugged in to this, you know. But you see, we have been unplugged. We have been awakened, and we see what is really going on. And we don't want to go back to sleep, man. Not at this time. You don't want to go back to sleep at this time, man. You know, this is a pleasure to see these prophecies unravel right before our eyes, man. We finna get the hell up out of here, man. We finna, you know, Abaratazah help Yahweh Shemal Shah, reset this place, man. All right. But until then, we gotta stay focused, man. We gotta stay focused on the grind. All right. Stay focused on Yahweh Shemal Shah. Okay, and I got my sword next to me, and I want to get this in St. John chapter First John chapter 2 verse 15. It says, "Love not the world." That's right, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. That's right, you know. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. That's right. Yahweh Shai, he spoke about that because that could be your family, man. Your family. All right. What did Yahweh Shai say? Let me get that real quick. Matthew 10th chapter. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 37, he said, "And he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. He that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me." You see? We can't let our kids, family members, distract us, man, to the point to where we giving them more of our time than, you know, Yahweh Shemal Shah or the brotherhood, man. You spending more time with your woman, you know, your wife, than you are with the brotherhood. Now you slacking, you lacking, you're not studying, you're not doing your lessons like you're supposed to. All right. And I know I'm not saying this, you know, just to be saying it, man. This is something that somebody needs to hear, man. All right, this is going to be a correction to somebody. All right, and Abaratazah that somebody's of the elect, because that's who we're here for. All right. So beware of distractions, because they're gonna come. You know. But let's go back to St. John. 1 John chapter 16. It says, 15. It says, or 16. It says, "For all that is in the world, the lust thereof, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away." And we see that. We see this it's ending, man. Right before our eyes. He said, "And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof." That's right. So everything in its place, in its age, in its age is set up to have an end. Everything has an end at some point in this place. Whether it's your car, you know, whatever it is, your phone, all right? Everything has an end. You see, in our kingdom, look, we gonna have a thing gonna go on forever and ever, man. All right? So we gotta stay focused. Keep our eyes single. You know? Because we at the finish line and we don't wanna, go astray and lose the race. You know, what how should I say? Let no man take thy crown. Hold on. He say, hold on to that which you have. Let no man take thy crown. All right? So we got to constantly examine ourselves, all right? And check ourselves, man. Make sure that we doing what we're supposed to be doing. That we're not getting too worldly, too carnal, all right? Because it's easy to do that in the flesh, man. Easy. So we got to make sure that, we doing what pleases Yahweh Shema Shah to the best of our ability. You see? So, like I said, once again, beware of distractions. That matter of fact, what's that, Matthew 13? The parable of the seed, the sower. Let me see. I get straight to the point. Because that's how a lot of these, these false prophets, man, they get distracted, and get worldly, man. This is Matthew 13, verse 21. It said, "But he that received the seed into stony places, the same as he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it. Yet hath he not root in himself, but doeth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended." That's right. And that's pretty much self-explanatory, man. That's a distraction. All right? It says, "He also that receives seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches," sound familiar? "And the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he become unfruitful." Yeah, like I said in the beginning, you ain't studying. You're not, on fire. You're not putting up these lessons like you're supposed to be. All right? You're supposed to really at least be doing one lesson a day. At least. That's the least we can do. All right? Yahweh Shema Shah taking care of the rest, man. All he requires for us to do his work, feed his flock, man. That ain't hard to do. It shouldn't be anyway. All right, you say you love Yahweh Shema Shah. Well, this is showing y'all love. All right, doing the work, being on fire, feeding his sheep. What did he tell Peter? All right, Feed my sheep if you love me. Okay? We ain't got time to be getting distracted right now. You see what happened on the movie The Matrix, all right? When Neo was walking with Morpheus, they was in the Matrix, all right? And he took it. Neo seen the woman in the red dress, and it lost focus. It almost cost him his life, man. You see, we gotta keep our eyes single, lest the light of the eye become darkness. All right, you lose this knowledge, man. All right, so I'm gonna read this again to close out. He said, "He also that receives seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he become unfruitful." So yeah, Lord, when it was edifying. Until next time, shalom.